That's awesome. I think that's such a good quote. You're feeding the biology that will then take care of the plants instead of just pumping in a bunch of extra nutrients. You're letting nature kind of figure it out because it's been doing it for centuries.
That's
Um,
right.
so how hard is it? I mean, let's say you've got a normal farm that does no regenerative practices. How hard is it to make that switch to where you're eventually going to be doing more regenerative ag on that farm?
It's as hard as changing what's in between your ears.
So really, really hard.
Really, really hard. Some people, and it is daunting. I mean, if you've been taught or if you've believed a certain thing for years and years and years, um, your bias, we all have a bias, whether is difficult to change, and it has to take a lot of observation, and that observation is key in all this to
Mm,
see, okay, maybe there's something there, and be willing again, like we said, to step out of your comfort zone, and see, okay, is there something to this, and so yeah, like it that part is, and I guess in one way I want to see, yeah, it's really hard, and on the other hand, maybe it isn't. The thing is, it's still a little bit in its pioneering side of it. I mean, mimicking nature sounds really simple,
mhm.
but environments are so different. So in this day and age of YouTubes and podcasts and all the information that you can have, and you'll see a great communicator farmer somewhere, in Ohio, just telling you, hey, this is how you do it. Well, nevertheless, they get like 40 inches of moisture. So the first feel is that somebody will say, "Oh, I'll never work here at 12 inches of moisture," and
Yeah.
uh, and that's actually the. I mean, it's maybe not totally false, but that's the wrong approach. Is now, how can I adapt that? Is there something from that practice that's going to make a difference? In at my spot, and I think that's where the problem becomes is how do you decipher, and you have to go through trial and error, but you can only afford so much error before you're broke.
Yeah.
So I mean, being all there's all these catchphrases about being sustainable and natural. If you're doing a practice that is going to make you broke in 3 years, and then somebody else gets your farm and is going to do all the wrong practices, well, you haven't
Yeah.
accomplished anything, right? So that's really the spot is and so for me, it's been just trying to learn from other farmers across the U.S., but also to find these people that are willing to step out of the comfort zone, maybe more so than others,
Mhm.